Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. I want to start this video off in central Wisconsin, actually from northern Wisconsin all the way down to the southern Wisconsin border. Right now there's a series of strong thunderstorms moving through your area if you're in central Wisconsin, and the storms are tornadic in nature. You can see here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tornado warnings right now as I do this video. I'm not aware of any tornadoes that have touched down at the present time, but this is an ongoing situation that's obviously subject to change. Coming over here to hailreports.com, looking at Wisconsin, and if you're in the areas of Green Bay, Oshkosh, Beaver Dam, anywhere through the north central eastern part of Wisconsin, be on the lookout for possible tornadoes, as this is a large storm system that's moving through Wisconsin. Again, right now as I do this video, multiple tornado warnings in effect and will be in effect for the next few minutes, if not the next few hours, as the storm system makes its way to the east. Now, also in this video, we're going to take a look at what occurred over at the Yellowstone National Park. Some areas are still closed due to historic flooding that went through the area. We saw a historic storm go through the Ohio River Valley a couple of days ago, back on the 13th, and I could see this thing had the appearance of a derecho, and sure enough, as it went through Ohio, it peaked, and so did the power outages. At one time, there were over 550,000 customers without electricity. The majority of those power outages were in Ohio. At one point, 313,000 customers without electricity, and as of today, there are still over 200,000 customers 2 days later after that very powerful storm went through Ohio and the entire region here. You've got 5 states that are experiencing widespread power outages, somewhere in the neighborhood of 300,000 customers still without electricity following that historic storm that went through the Ohio River Valley. And yet another historic storm over in the Yellowstone National Park area. Started out up in Montana, came down into Wyoming. Widespread flooding went through the Yellowstone National Park, temporarily closing all entrances to the Yellowstone National Park, and that would be in the area of the supervolcano caldera. And again, the rivers and tributaries just overloaded and filled up with water, obviously moving south down into the Yellowstone National Park, again closing all entrances to the park temporarily. Some locations are still closed right now as I do this video. They're saying the culprits: rapid snow melt and heavy flooding caused the water to overload the tributaries and creeks and ended up coming down into the Yellowstone River, flooding the park, and again closing all entrances. There were several people at the park that got caught off guard, that were stranded. They ended up having to be rescued by helicopter, turned into a unbelievable scene. There's a video here of a home being washed away. You can see here in Red Lodge, Montana, the city streets were covered in water and debris. Dramatic flooding going through the area, again washing away homes, took up a lot of trees and damaged many roads in the northern part of the Yellowstone National Park. Once again, the majority of the park is closed as the floodings prompted evacuations and water rescues of people that were camping at the Yellowstone National Park. So got storms again today going through Wisconsin. Again, these are high octane storms. I can't emphasize enough, if you're in Wisconsin, especially central, north central, northeastern, and eastern Wisconsin, be on the lookout, as these storms are tornadic. They're moving through at a pretty good pace. They're fast moving storms, but they are very strong storms that definitely have the capability of producing tornadoes. And one other thing I wanted to touch on was the recent quake swarm off the coast of Oregon. This would be in the Cascadia subduction zone, the Juan de Fuca plate, the Pacific plate, right here in this area. There's been a series of strong earthquakes, the strongest being a 5.6. There's a series of 4s and multiple aftershocks right here in this area. You can see a 2.8, 3.8, 4.2, 4.3, and then a 5.6, all very shallow quakes coming in at 6.2 miles deep. So we're keeping a very close eye on this area. We're keeping an eye on the storms that are moving through the north central plains right now as I do this video. More than likely will create more power outages, as right now there are 7,300 customers without electricity in Wisconsin, and look for those numbers to go up, and the multi-state power outage event will grow even larger as more strong storms are moving through the north central plains right now as I do this video. And here's a look at today's UV from right out here in southeast Phoenix. I took the reading at high noon. The estimated UV was 9.7. Clear skies today, temperature 100 degrees. The UV I measured, the total UVAB was an 11.7, so just a little bit higher than the anticipated 9.7. As we're getting closer to the summer months, we expect 11s and 12s and sometimes even a 13, which is well in the extreme range, but right now an 11.7, which is still considered extreme UV. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.